growing market for Australian travellers is the family market to Africa. In fact, we're often lagging behind the rest of the world in sending families to Africa. Europeans, North Americans often have great family vacations in Africa, and only Australians are beginning to jump on the bandwagon now. There's a few reasons for this. Africa is an amazing open-air museum of both wildlife and history, as we talked about earlier on. But also there's a few other technical reasons Africa is a great place for families. First of all, the room configurations work for a growing family. Often you may be travelling to Asia to find that the average family consists of 2 adults and one very, very small child. Africa recognises that families are more than that one small child, more than the 1.5 child. Often you can find rooms that are interconnecting tents. They could be interconnecting lodges. They could be 2 simple rooms that have a shared balcony. There are many, many different room configurations to suit the family. And when you think about it, Africa has had families longer than any other continent in the world. Why shouldn't you send yours there? Another reason Africa is great for kids is that it's always changing, ever dynamic in terms of experience and what there is to offer. So kids aren't stuck with the same beach landscape for 7 days. It might be looking at animals, exploring the city, looking at the history, and other such things rolled into the one idea. Finally, of course, if you are in a lodge somewhere in the wilderness looking at the animals, these lodges are set up, more times than not, for children. They have great, amazing kids clubs or specific rangers to take care of your kids. This is where it's a little bit different to most kids club and other destinations. These kids clubs aren't ruled over by a 20-year-old who likes herding the kids onto a PlayStation and watching them while away the hours. At these kids clubs and at these lodges, the rangers will get them involved in the environment, teach them about the ecosystem. They can track animals, look at animal footprints. They pull apart animal poo, which you can see how the animals are eating and what they've been eating. And it's poo. Kids love poo. They love to pull it apart and have a look at it. So it's really enjoyable for the kids. They'll make pizza. Obviously, they'll wash their hands before they do that. They'll make the local food. They'll visit the villages. They're very involved. In fact, you're welcome to join them as often as you want or as little as you want. You may find the kids may want some time away from their parents as well to kind of get that special experience with the local rangers, the local guides of the villages. There's something special for them, and it makes their holiday a unique one. While the kids are out getting this experience, you can join them, like I said, or you can relax by the pool, get a massage, catch up on 10 years worth of sleep. Whatever it is works for you, that's what Africa can offer you. And that's why it's an amazing destination for children. What we're finding more and more nowadays is not just the typical family trip as well, but a multi-generational trip. This could be grandparents who have always wanted to go to Africa, taking their grandchildren along for a special holiday. Mum and dad will either miss out or stay at home and take care of the fort. This is a great experience. Everyone's involved, everyone's happy, and everyone experiences that whole thing together. And for either grandparents, children, and grandchildren to go together, or like I said, that split difference, it's an amazing opportunity to really bring the family together. When you're in this environment with little distraction, sharing an amazing experience, there's nothing better. And of course, for families, as we mentioned earlier, there are plenty of options if you wanted a malaria-free area to send your family to. From the Madiques to the Eastern Cape, etc., etc. There are plenty of options for families, multi-generational trips, or whatever trip you can think of that Africa can deliver.